What's going on, guys? This is Nate from NateInYoState. Thank you for watching yet another one of my videos. This video is going to be about the Global Entry program that is offered in the United States. So for those that are outside of the United States but like to watch my content with the subtitles, sorry, this is going to be a conversation with my people, but thank you so much for watching this video. So my guys in the United States, my guys who are now exploring the world, my fellow black men who like to travel to Dominican Republic, whether it's Colombia, Costa Rica, Panama, Mexico, Brazil, I have something to share with you guys that I don't see a lot in the groups that a lot of us are in. It's been said in these groups that the greatest weapon a black man can have is a passport, and I really do encourage everybody, not just my black brothers, but everybody, to get a passport and travel the world to see a different perspective. Me personally speaking, going to Colombia now several times now, I see things so much differently than being in the United States. For those who know where I come from, I've been in New York my entire life, so the New York culture is well embedded into me. You get what I'm saying? So the Tim's gonna be there, the New York Fit is gonna be there, New York is gonna be coming with me because it's NateInYoState. But if you would like to upgrade or take up your travel up a notch, you should consider getting the Global Entry program or joining the Global Entry program. So let me put a disclaimer. No, I am not sponsored by the government to do this video, nor am I going to get any compensation to talk to you guys about it. But I believe this is good enough to warrant a video to let all my fellow Americans know, hey, if you like to travel internationally and come back to the States with no issues and without waiting on the line, then you should consider the Global Entry program. Now, what exactly is Global Entry? Global Entry is a U.S. Customs and Border Protection program that allows expedited clearance for pre-approved low-risk travelers upon arrival in the United States. Low risk. These are people who are not terrorists, who are not drug traffickers, who are not human traffickers. So those type of people. Members enter the United States through an automatic kiosk at selected airports. At airports, program members proceed to Global Entry kiosks, present their machine-readable passports or U.S. permanent resident card, place their finger on the scanner for fingerprint verification, and complete a customs declaration. The kiosk issues the traveler a transaction receipt and directs the traveler to baggage claim and the exit. That's it. Travelers must be pre-approved for the Global Entry program. All applicants undergo background checks and in-person interview before they are enrolled into the program, right? While the Global Entry's goal is to speed travelers through the process, members may still be selected for further examination when entering the United States, and any violation of the program's terms and conditions will result in appropriate enforcement action and termination to the traveler's members' privileges. The Global Entry program is more or less a program that is supposed to let you go through the lines quickly. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to declare your items. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have nothing to declare, you don't have nothing to declare. But more or less, the program is to let you get through the airports. When you come from other countries back to the United States, it's supposed to get you in and out in like 45 seconds compared to waiting on the lines for like 45 minutes to like 2 hours. You get what I'm saying? You be waiting there for hours, man. Like I might be exaggerating. Maybe roughly the latest 45 minutes, I kid you not, but it can take up to 2 hours if the line doesn't move. So I figured, yo, you know what, let me jump onto this Global Entry. I signed up for it on the website, and let me tell you guys, the application process and enrollment is super easy. All you gotta do is fill out your personal information, your employment info, where you live, your residency, and provide like 2 documents that like let you know who you are, whether it's a birth certificate and or your passport and or your driver's license. You can also register a vehicle if you plan to drive through North America, whether you're entering through Canada or Mexico. But why Global Entry versus the other ones that they have is, if you see on the site, you'll see TSA PreCheck, you'll see Sentry, you'll see Nexus, you'll see a lot of other good things on the site. But if you got Global Entry, you will get all of those guys and more. Global Entry is $100, right? It's $100. TSA PreCheck is $85. For 15 more bucks, you get everybody. You get TSA PreCheck and you get Sentry. Sentry is $122. I think it's $122 and 25 cents. I might have to double check on that. But if you get Global Entry, you get all those guys for $100. You know what I'm saying? $15 more gets you pre-checked as well. And for less than $22, you get Sentry on top of that. So that's a no-brainer for me. It's like if I wanted to drive across the borders or take a cruise across the seas, I can use my global entry card and I'm good to go. And you know, it gets me through these customs checking like relatively easy. So what I would have to let you guys know is make sure you have a clean slate when you're filling out this information. I'm not sure what happens to those who actually don't pass the background check. I'm not sure how the government's going to do this for you, but it depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a program for people who are trusted. So I guess it depends on the felony. Don't quote me on this. You might have to ask them yourself. But if you're clean as a whistle and you don't have no issues, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the background check, you should be good to go and it should be relatively easy. So now as far as the interview goes, when you get in your global entry, it's straightforward, y'all. I'm telling you, you're gonna see me in this video, like how I went there. But you go there, you go to interview, and they pretty much ask you the questions that is on your application just for verification. But granted, don't do anything foolish when you're into the program, because then it puts you under wraps. But once you become a trusted traveler, you get access to TSA pre-check, which is separate from global entry, but having global entry puts you on top of the pre-check program. So what that means, you don't have to remove any liquids, like large liquids. Don't quote me on that, but you can keep your shoes on, your belts on. You don't have to pull out your laptop because you are considered a trusted traveler. So you can go through being scanned easily. What you would have to do is when you get your membership ID from global entry, you would have to put that number that you get, your pass ID, onto something called a known traveler number. So when you see the known traveler numbers, when you are booking your reservation at the airline of your choice, you put that in there. It should give you a TSA green check mark, and that way you can show it to the TSA agents and you should be able to bypass all those issues. Important things that you should know is your global entry membership is only for you and enrolled global entry members only. So if you're traveling with non-members of the global entry, they cannot come with you through the global entry lines. So attempting to assist family members or associates through global entry lines by bypassing the Customs and Border Patrol inspections, you know, they'll consider that grounds for like revocation of your global entry membership. So don't do it. If you want your family members to join the global entry, they would have to do it just like you. They'll have to pay the $100, go through the background check, and you know, you're good to go. However, you do get a pass for like children under 12 years old when you're going through TSA pre-check. So don't forget to check the websites of TSA pre-check and the Customs and Border Patrol so you get all the information that you need. This was the cool part about it. I got my global entry card within 3 days. So y'all know that I'm from New York. And just to point out, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling within my own country as well as abroad. So guys, if you like what's going on, if you like the mission of Nate in Your State, don't forget to drop that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more places, more countries, more cities. That's not just South America or North America. I plan on going further. One of the goals that I mentioned that I'm going to be doing is completing all 50 states because I can't be Nate in Your State without completing my country first. So far I've been to 23 states. I'm more or less halfway there, but follow me on this journey. And this leads me being in Nevada, Las Vegas. When I was meeting up with my brother in Las Vegas, I decided to do the global entry interview here for the mere fact that it wasn't available in New York. Well, yes, it's available in New York State, but it's not available in New York City. The place that I would love to do the interview would be the LaGuardia or the JFK airports. For my New Yorkers, you know those airports, but apparently they're closed down. I think it has something to do with the notorious C virus. I'm not going to say the name so I don't get flagged or demonetized, but because of the C virus, the only places that they had for New York was actually at the Canadian border. And my logic is, if I'm going to go to the Canadian border, I would rather go into Canada. But Canada got some rules that I quite don't agree with yet, so I decided to stay within the country. I decided either Florida or Nevada, since I was already on my way over there. So I knocked off 2 birds, 1 stone. And yeah, I'll talk about it here. All right, what's going on, y'all? This is Nate from Nate in Your State. I'm here in the city of Las Vegas in the state of Nevada. I actually decided to do like a little quick, I would say a miscellaneous side quest, as some of my gamers call it. I decided to get myself enrolled into the global entry program since you guys like to see me here in Colombia. There's going to be other countries as well. You guys will see it. I can't do it in New York because the New York segment is actually shut down. So if I actually was to go to, let's say, the New York segment, I would actually have to go nearby Canada. And my thing is, if I'm going to go to Canada, if I'm going to go close, like on the Canadian border, I would want to go into Canada. But there's some rules and regulations that Canada got that, doesn't quite agree with me at the current times. So I decided to keep things within house. And since I'm supposed to meet up with my brother anyway, I decided to do the interview here. If you are in Las Vegas, right, and you're looking for the global entry is what I did, you would have to come to Terminal 3, which is Terminal 3, and this is they call this the far east corner, so that's there, you sit and you wait there, and then you should be good to go. More on this episode is coming. It's going to be a short interview, y'all. It's pretty much everything that's going to be on your application. So whatever you have on your application, that's what they're going to, ask you about. The global entry is for 5 years, and it comes built in with TSA pre-check. So you might want to do that so you can get some time saving, hacks, shortcuts, whatever have you, if you don't want to be waiting on those long lines. All right. So yeah, more of this is going to be posted in this episode, and see you guys when I'm on the plane. You already know we don't catch feelings, we catch flights. So guys, once you pass the interview, it's going to take about 7 to 10 business days for you to get your global entry card. But for me, living in New York and going to Vegas, I got that stuff in like 2 to 3 days. It was so scary how fast I got my card. And the benefits of that, you do, like I said again, you get TSA pre-check and you get Sentry. From Mexico, you get the Sentry. For Canada, you get Nexus. So if I wanted to cross in between, I can just show my card like, hey, look, I'm a trusted traveler, and I think I'll be able to get through with it pretty good. So now one of the benefits that you got is it's good for 5 years up until your birthday. There's no additional fees, no additional paperwork once you get in. Just be mindful of like any future violations of the law, such as the U.S. Customs and Border Protection violations, pending criminal charges, conviction, could be grounds for you to get kicked out the program. So just make sure you clean as a whistle, so that way you can get some expedited clearance and expedited perks and all that. It's really good. It's straightforward. It only costs $100. If you have a credit card that gives you benefits for global entry, you might want to check the rewards with some of your credit cards. I know Capital One has a card that does that, and I think Bank of America. Don't quote me on that. You might have to double check with your own bank and other people, but Capital One, I believe, has this program. Yeah, guys, it's a great privilege to be able to get through the lines, because I know all my travelers, you guys already know how long them lines be if you don't have global entry. And it's only $100. You know what I'm saying? Anybody has $100. And if you have a affiliated credit card, you can get that waived off. So go ahead, man, check it out. For all my world travelers, check it out. Check out the global entry. And right now, this would be a good time for you to hop on board, being how a lot of countries are renouncing their C-virus mandates. We heard about DR, we heard about Ireland, we heard about Iceland, Canada. I forgot, it's hard to pronounce, but there's a place in Canada that pulled out the restrictions. And so everybody is starting to pull back the restrictions, and a lot of people are starting to travel a lot more. So while you guys are traveling, I want you guys to travel more comfortably. And with that being said, consider checking out the global entry while you're traveling the world. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you drop a like if you found this information really helpful. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well if you want to stay up to date for any time Nate has a video for you. And if you want to read more about this, guys, I did a blog article on this on my website. Be sure to go to NateInYoState.com, so that way you stay informed anytime I have a blog post or information that I would like to share with y'all. I covered global entry and other information and benefits for the information that I might not have put over here. Best believe I'm going to have it on my website. Be sure to check that out. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was very informative for y'all. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Keep eating, keep exploring, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, take it easy.